Welcome back to Better Living. I tell you, you just have no idea what you're going to get sometimes. We have a great guy up next with Shay's Carpet. It's Joe Shay. Thanks for joining us here.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. And you've been in business for several years.
Right. Well, I've been in the carpet business for 28 years. I've been on my own for about 26. And I actually started out in my van. I would take samples to people's homes and started small. I actually rented a garage from my neighbor. So we started small. I had a couple of accounts that followed me from, that I worked from one of my competitors that I worked for. They were happy to go with me, and it just slowly started. I had 3 stores at one time over on the east side. I'm sorry, 2 here and 1 on the east side. And then what happened in '99, we downsized to Toledo Laminate, which people might be more familiar with. Okay. My wife did the selling, and then I did most of the installations.
So family business.
It still is, yes. Because of '08, everybody diversified, which we also did too. So the laminate business started to kind of go into a down spin because people were under the perception that, laminate, you can get it for 69 cents and 79 cents, which is true. But the problem is there's different qualities of laminate, and people were just shopping price.
Right.
And we do have price in our products, but people were starting to get disgruntled because it's like, well, this isn't performing like my aunt has laminated down for 10 years. Well, she spent $4 or $5 a square foot for it, and you spent 50 cents. Okay. So people weren't equating the price with the quality. And again, it goes back to the old, you get what you pay for.
So true. And and I know we all know that sense, getting what we pay for. Well, I have to ask, first off, what all do you offer other than laminate and carpet?
Well, we offer actually a sealing system by Solders. They approached me to become a distributor, so that's one unique thing that we sell. And then flooring related, we sell everything but tile. Okay. We sell cork, wood, we sell the vinyl planking. There's a new hard tile that looks like a stone or a real tile, carpet, cork. So a good variety of everything, but the tile, I've been in the business long enough to know that when people see tile in their friend's home, it's nice and clean and everything's great, but then to start to live on it, then the grout line still changes colors. It's still cold to walk on. People are just not happy with it, and it takes a long time to install. So there's a problem with, your installer's been here for 5 days and there's not even a tile down yet. So it's just too hard to, the tile comes from, Europe or Mexico. So there's a lot of variables, and it's just, if I was going to be a tile guy, I'd be 100% a tile guy because you can tweak it and control it. But to have it as just another flooring to offer, I didn't find it beneficial. Well,
I do have to ask, if someone comes in, you have a customer come in and they're talking with you about what they should have, what should they, I guess, put in their home. How do you decipher through everything? How do you go, do you have a checklist?
Well, the one good thing is my counterpart, my wife, she went to Michigan State for a marketing degree, so she taught me quite a bit. We do competitive shopping where, we go to different competitors and see what they're doing and how they approach people. But it's what we really have concentrated on is customer service and quality. I personally come out and I give you a legitimate free quote. A lot of places charge you for the free quote, and if you buy from them, you get a credit back.
And I'm sure your customers appreciate that.
Well, they appreciate our free. I don't know how much they appreciate being charged for something that's supposedly free, that you get a credit back. But, I have the old graph paper where I show you where your seams are going to go. I sit and talk with you. They appreciate me slowing down the service of the business and not having the money necessarily have to be in the forefront. Is this free? Is that free? I love the business, but it's almost kind of like, being in the industry and then have that free this, free that, and then have to counter that with, well, why isn't your stuff free? But then it's unusual that when people come to get a quote from us, we're charging for everything, but yet, wait a minute, you're right there with all this guy with the free stuff.
Well, at least you kind of tell them up front what the process is going to be. Like, how much time does it take on both ends when you go into a home to give them that that look of what they could have?
Well, as you can tell, I like to talk a lot, so.
Which is a good thing.
Well, the quote might only take a few minutes, but me talking for hours. But generally, if it's a whole house, it takes, maybe 30 or 40 minutes, all the closets, everything, where the seam placements are going to be, and then to sit down to talk with the customers where their seam placement's going to be. So maybe an hour if it's a whole house. If it's a little bedroom, maybe 15 or 20 minutes.
Now, do you suggest doing it by the whole house or room by room?
Well, it's what the needs for people. You know, the market controls the industry, so you know, you get these design shows that one color throughout. Well, if you go with one color throughout, then it all has to be the same dialect, so you're forced into purchasing the whole house. Where it seems like the trend is now starting to go back to taking individual rooms and decorating individual rooms, so they'll put a green in this room and a blue in this room, so that they can be smaller projects.
Okay.
But it depends on what people want to do.
Well, you know, and I hate to say we're running out of time, so I have one last question for you. You have a promotion going on right now.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, what we're going to do is we're giving away a trip. It's for Cinco de Mayo, and it's someplace warm called Lucas Can Babo Slabo. What is it? Lucas Can. It's in Mexico. Lucas.
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, good. We're both on the same page. But it's south. It's in Mexico.
Okay.
It's warm.
No, but
But
I would like to go. Let me come to you now. No, sounds great. So a great promotion to have. Do you always offer these?
Well, like I said, sometimes the mills will give us deals. So we do have where we can give people discounts that the mills offer us that we can offer customers. So we do have leeway where we can give discounts. Nice. But we try to run something, you know, to get people in to hear our story and then have maybe something at the end where it's a trip somewhere.
Fantastic. Well, I thank you for joining us and telling us all about this. Again, head out to Shay's Carpet. Joe, we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Stay with us. We have quite a bit more coming up. I'll tell you about a project going on, and it's a project that you'll want to hear. Stay with us.